Proverbs chapter 26 today, looking at some Proverbs that really help us live life well, interacting with others. Proverbs teach us how to have a relationship with others and God's perfect design to live a life that honors the Lord and our relationships with others. And so here we have in verse 1, it says, snow in summer or rain in harvest is so honor is not fitting for a fool. So you see, it's like you don't have snow in summer, you don't have a rain in harvest. It's when you're harvesting, and so he says, man, don't give honor to a fool. It just doesn't make sense. It's counter to everything in God's world and God's design. Verse 11. Oh, this is a great one. Like a dog returns to its vomit. So a fool. So here we're comparing here the fool to a dog, and he repeats his folly. Oh, but it's the grossest imagery you probably have ever thought of here today. Anyway, and a dog, you see it throws up, and it goes back to that vomit that it just threw up, and it eats it. Same way with a fool. You go back and you can make the same mistakes in relationships. You make the same mistakes in your finances. You overcharge, you overspend, you live outside of your limits. You start arguments and quarrels instead of overlooking an offense. And just like a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool just repeats its folly. You're not learning. And because wisdom is the application of this knowledge. You can know the right thing to do, but if you're not doing the right thing, the Bible says you're a fool and not wise. Verse 17. And this is some good stuff here as well. It says, whoever meddles in quarrels not his own is like one passing, takes a passing dog by the ears. In other words, it's a passing dog. You don't know it. You don't know if it's a friendly dog. You don't know whose dog it is. You don't know if it's had its shots, and it's just passing by. And what do? You grab its ears. Well, you should expect to get bit, right? It's foolishness. He says it's the same way with someone who meddles in the quarrels not his own. You might overhear an argument that's happening, and you think you might know the situation. And if you jump into that situation, and you could be surprised of actually why they're fighting, or you might be surprised of the argument that's taking place, who's really at fault. You can judge prematurely of a situation, and then once you're in, right? I mean, once your feet are dirty, then they're dirty. You've got to get them cleaned off, and sometimes that can be hard to do. And so certainly, we should help other people, people that are in trouble. We should defend people who are being bullied and those things like that. But this general principle of Proverbs is, hey, listen, if somebody else is quarreling, and don't meddle in that, because you don't know the whole situation. It could be like grabbing the ear of a dog that's just passing by. Verse 20. It says, for lack of wood, the fire goes out, and where there is no whisper, quarrels cease. And so, don't add another log on the fire. If you're in a conversation with someone and they're talking negatively about someone or negatively about a situation, don't add to the conversation. You might not want to rebuke them or call them challenge them on their thinking or what they're doing in that moment. But certainly don't add to it, because every time you throw another log on the fire, it just goes further. And it continues this thought, just like you have wood up here, you have charcoal down here. It's like charcoal to hot embers and wood to fire. It just keeps it going. So instead of being someone that keeps the fire going, be someone that puts gossip and slander out.